Hi everybody, it's the Dental Geek. I hope everybody is doing great and happy 2021. Let's pray that this is a better year, and I hope everybody's off to a great start. And I wanted to start the first video of 2021 with Do I Deserve a Raise? And I know some people start getting performance reviews either at the beginning of the year, or sometimes we do them at people's start dates throughout the year. So either way, I just wanted to throw out a few little Dental Geek tips today. And there's a few things to keep in mind, and I may offend someone today, but I'm personally not a fan of you just get a raise because I survived another year at the office. And so I know some people might not disagree with that, but yes, you should keep in mind there's cost of living expenses and things like that. I understand that. But I also think we should keep in mind performance and the quality of work that employee has offered in this past year. Obviously, 2020 was a very stressful year for a lot of us. And so did that employee step up, and what did they offer during that time? And in any year, not necessarily just 2020, but just keep those things in mind when you're doing your performance reviews. I'm also a fan of not just doing performance reviews once a year, because you're going to forget things that have happened throughout the year. So I do believe that you should keep in mind either doing performance reviews quarterly or addressing things when it needs to be addressed. So if something happens, you need to address it right away. And that's with praise or if you need to reprimand somebody. So don't just jot it down and, okay, I'm going to remember that next year at the performance review to remind that person not to do that again, or thank that person for XYZ, whatever it was. But just do those continuously throughout the year. And I know a lot of you probably have 10 to 50 employees, and so that might be a difficult task to do it monthly or quarterly. But if you see someone doing something, go ahead and thank them and praise them at that time. Or if you see someone doing something that needs to be addressed with a concern, go ahead and address that at that time as well. Don't hold off to wait for their performance review. So with performance reviews, there's a few different types. You can do a trait system performance review, comparison system, behavioral, and goal-oriented. And so you'll just need to decide which one's best for your office, your practice, and decide. Of course, a trait system, it's probably what most of us do in the dental practice, is you have a list of different traits or characteristics and you grade them. Sometimes, I worked for an office, fabulous office, I love them, but they, at one time, they would hand you a copy, and of course the doctors would get a copy, and you graded yourself, then the doctors would grade you as well, and then you come together for your performance review. And I always found that I tended to grade myself lower than the doctors did. A lot of times employees were harder on ourselves than the doctors are. But so that's a trait or characteristic performance review, and those are very easy to do. Just A, B, C, D, whatever traits you want to grade upon. They can be kind of subjective, so be careful with those. And then you have the comparison reviews, which I'm not sure if I agree completely with those. Those would be like you take your dental assistants and you compare each of them together. So you may have one that's highly productive, more efficient, and then you may have one on the other scale that's slower paced, may not be as efficient, but could still be a very good quality dental assistant, but she may not move as fast, but although she could still be a very good dental assistant. So you're comparing your front office team together, your hygienists together, and your dental assistants together. So that could be, depending on your practice, that could work, but just be very careful not to be too critical or too judgy when you're comparing your team members together. Then goal-oriented, if you have specific goals that you're asking your team members to reach, that one's pretty easy and straightforward. I think those would be more, you could certainly do that for your office manager if you have certain practice goals that they're supposed to meet, collection, production goals, whatever it may be. And of course with your hygienist, if they have to meet certain goals for each day or each month, whatever that may be. So those are easy ones to do as well. But whatever it may be, just make sure that they feel appreciated and that they know that they're being recognized and that they're getting a good quality raise for the merit and the recognition of what they have done for that previous year, and that they know that they are being taken care of and they are appreciated. And hang on, I need to show you something. And it's not just here's a 15-cent raise because the cost of living went up, whatever percent. And which those are important things too. I don't want to belittle those. But if it is an employee that has done exceptionally well for you and made a difference in your practice, just please make sure that they know that. I do get a lot of questions about leadership and management and my leadership style, which I'm not saying that is right or wrong. It's probably not right, but I love to read, and I love to read about different leadership styles and management styles, and just do the best that I can for my team. So I have 2 books that I wanted to share if you're interested in reading them, that are my favorite 2 books. One is How to Be a Great Boss, and one of my favorite dentists in Atlanta, and one of my great mentors, he sent this book to me. I've read it several times. It's fantastic. So I highly recommend that. And another one, which a lot of you probably know from Dr. Paul Homily, is Just Because You're Leading Doesn't Mean They'll Follow. And I've read this at least 3 times, and I was super excited because I actually got him to sign it last year in Arizona at a meeting. So anyways, I know that's kind of cheesy, but I am the dental geek after all. So anyways, those are 2 books I highly recommend reading. And I think that they would help with anybody that's in a leadership position at your practice, or management position, or doctor, whatever it may be. So just you can pick those up on Amazon or wherever. But just wanted to throw those out at you today. But if you have any questions about performance reviews, I do have a few performance reviews that I can email you. So just reach out to me at hickorydentalgeek@yahoo.com, or of course Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, wherever, and I'll be happy to email those to you. But I hope you have a great day and a great 2021, and if you need anything, please just let me know. Have a great day.